I'm Baxter, and this is my story. After getting offered a 2-year contract, I decided that I wanted to go out and play football elsewhere, and I signed for Oldham. Went on to have a really good season and got bought the following year in pre-season by Sheffield United, which I played for around 18 months, 2 years, and then came crashing a bit of a bad time in my life where I got a drug test and got banned. I think getting a warning makes you think that you can go and do it again, and like I said, once you're silver spoon and in that bubble, you think that's going to be all right, nothing's going to happen. And I remember once being in Sheffield and going to the local supermarket and a lady telling me that she'd had to tell her son that a favourite player had been a naughty, and it was just the whole, it felt like the whole world was caving in on me, and just a really lonely place to be. And for me, the other thing to do, to shy away from it, was go out and try and get that feeling of being drunk or something and taking your mind away from everyone closing in on you again, and that's where the second one come about. I grew up 16 earning quite a lot of money and, you know, thinking I was invincible, hanging around with older lads who I always looked up to, and yes men around me, people not really telling me no, that's the wrong thing to do, and you can see why people easily slip through the net. I was definitely depressed, yeah. Planning to kill yourself, yeah. Lying in bed in dark rooms, pretending you're all right. My partner was going to work, I was putting on a bit of a front saying I'm okay and stuff, and as soon as she left, weren't just going to switch the light off in the room and lying there for hours on end and just thinking of silly stuff and looking around and seeing where you could plan things, and then realising one day that, you know, you can feel sorry for yourself, or you can get up and do something about it. I needed to get fit, to get back into a routine of going to the gym was great for me, and it worked. I've never looked back since, never had a negative thought since, and always tried to stay positive. I was in the chip shop, my phone goes, I looked at it and it was an unknown number, so I don't really answer them normally, and something was telling me to answer it, so I answered it. And he says to me, seems like yesterday we only spoke, and just those words, I knew it was his voice, and he said, if anyone could turn your career around, I'd love to be the man to do it for you. So straight away I was welling up a little bit, and I thought it was just going in pre-season just to train with them and try and find a club, which that was still a dream come true. And then once I started doing bits of community work and helping people with dementia and Alzheimer's with Henry Mooney, was when I got the call to come into a meeting with David Unsworth and Denise Baxendale, and got told I was getting a 12-month contract, which then I did cry. I'm still quite young, I'm 27, just turned, and you know, I still believe I've got a lot to give to the game, and our target is still to get promoted, whether that's this year or next year, and I'd just love to be a part of that.
So you can't stand?
My daughters give me a new lease of life. Sometimes I used to have a bad day in football and bring it home with me, and now I don't. I went on to speak to people and get things off my chest, what I've never spoke about. I cried a lot, which was great to get my emotions out, and then it's something that I've learned from. It's made me a lot more wiser, a lot more grown up, and something that I can use as a positive and go and tell younger footballers not to do. Now, seeing that and seeing where I was would never ever want my worst enemy to be there. So for me, it's knowing where I've been and knowing where I am now has made me more hungry than ever.